There's something deeply inspiring about watching someone in their 70s, 80s, or even 90s move with confidence, climbing stairs without hesitation, walking steadily, living life fully on their own terms. That kind of a strength and independence is more than admirable. It's a powerful reflection of health, purpose, and dignity. But here's the truth most people overlook. This level of vitality in later years doesn't happen by luck. It's the result of intentional choices, nutritious food, consistent movement, and giving the body the right support at the right time. And that's where things get complicated. Because today, our food simply isn't what it used to be. Modern farming practices have stripped the soil of essential minerals. As a result, even healthy diets may no longer provide all the nutrients our bodies need, especially as we age. So many seniors turn to supplements. And while they can be incredibly helpful, here's the unsettling part. Some of the very supplements meant to protect your body can actually weaken it. Quietly, slowly, especially your legs. If you've been struggling with leg fatigue, unsteadiness, or just feel like you're losing a bit of strength, this video is for you. I'm going to show you 5 common vitamins that, when misused or taken in the wrong form, can directly impact your leg strength, balance, and mobility. And the last one we'll discuss, it might be the most dangerous of them all, because it's often hidden in healthy supplements and taken daily without a second thought. Before we dive in, please take a second to like this video and subscribe. It helps this crucial message reach more people who deserve to stay strong and independent for as long as possible. Now, let's get started with vitamin D. Vitamin D is one of the most vital nutrients for healthy aging. It helps your body absorb calcium, supports your immune system, and plays a major role in keeping your muscles strong, especially the ones in your legs. That's why many people over 60 turn to vitamin D supplements, especially if they don't get enough sun exposure. But here's the twist most people never hear about. Taking vitamin D by itself, without the right balance of other nutrients, can actually backfire. You see, vitamin D doesn't work alone. It needs 2 critical partners, vitamin K2 and magnesium. Without them, things start to go wrong inside your body. Here's what happens. Vitamin D tells your body to absorb more calcium, which sounds great at first, but without enough K2 to tell that calcium where to go, it can end up in the wrong places, like your arteries, joints, and even your leg muscles. This buildup can lead to stiffness, cramping, muscle weakness, and pain, especially in the lower body. Now add magnesium to the mix. This mineral is absolutely essential because it helps activate vitamin D in your body. Without it, you don't get the full benefits. Even worse, a magnesium deficiency can make your muscles feel tight, fatigued, or twitchy, and it increases the risk of vitamin D side effects. A major study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that imbalances between vitamin D and K2 can raise the risk of arterial calcification, which can reduce blood flow to your legs and impair muscle performance. And if you're taking high doses of vitamin D, especially over 4,000 IU daily, without balancing it with K2 and magnesium, you may unknowingly be weakening your legs instead of strengthening. Balance your intake. The ideal ratio is 1,000 IU of vitamin D3 paired with 10 micrograms of vitamin K2. So if you're taking 5,000 IU of D3, make sure to include at least 50 micrograms of K2. include magnesium-rich foods like spinach, pumpkin seeds, and almonds, or consider a supplement, ideally magnesium glycinate or malate, which are easier on the stomach and better absorbed. Don't overdo it. More isn't always better. Talk to your doctor about checking your vitamin D, K2, and magnesium levels before increasing your supplement dose. When these three nutrients, D3, K2, and magnesium, work together, they help protect your bones, muscles, blood vessels, and nerves, especially in your legs. But if they're out of balance, your strength, mobility, and independence may slowly slip away without you even realizing why. 2. Vitamin A. Vitamin A is often praised for being good for your eyes, your skin, and your immune system. And yes, it is important. But here's what most people don't know. If you take too much of it, it can actually weaken your legs. Seriously. It sounds strange, but it happens more often than you'd think, especially in older adults. Here's how. Imagine you're taking a multivitamin every day. Maybe you're also taking a supplement for bone health, and maybe another one to boost your immune system. Without realizing it, all of those can contain vitamin A. And when you add them up, you could be getting way more than your body actually needs every single day. You wouldn't even notice it because it feels like you're just doing something good for your health. But vitamin A is a fat-soluble vitamin. That means your body stores it in your liver and in your body fat. It doesn't wash away like vitamin C or the B vitamins. So the more you take in, the more it builds up. And over time, it can build up to dangerous levels. Not in a dramatic, sudden way, but slowly, silently. And then it starts to affect your body in ways you don't expect. Too much vitamin A can cause your bones to get weaker. It can make your muscles lose strength. You might start to feel tired more often. Your joints could feel achy. And worst of all, your bones may become more fragile, especially in your hips and legs. That means even a small fall could turn into a big problem. A major review in the New England Journal of Medicine showed that high vitamin A intake over a long time is linked to lower bone mineral density and a higher risk of fractures in older adults. We're talking about a real, measurable loss of strength. And when your bones and muscles aren't as strong as they used to be, walking becomes harder. Getting out of a chair becomes slower, and falls become much more dangerous. Now here's the part that's easy to miss. The maximum safe amount of vitamin A from all sources is about 3,000 micrograms a day, or 10,000 IU. That includes your supplements and your fortified foods, like breakfast cereals or certain dairy products. So if you're taking more than one supplement, even if each one looks small on its own, together they might be giving you far more than your body can handle. Now what about beta-carotene, the plant form of vitamin A found in things like carrots and sweet potatoes? That one's usually safer because your body only turns it into vitamin A when it needs to. But even beta-carotene can build up if you're taking large amounts in supplements. It's still worth paying attention to. The key message here is this: check your labels, look at your supplements, see how much vitamin A you're actually taking in. Because even if you feel fine now, too much vitamin A over time could be quietly draining your leg strength, your balance, and your independence. It's not about cutting out vitamin A completely. It's about not overdoing it. A healthy amount helps you. Too much can hurt you. Protect your legs, protect your strength, and make sure that the choices you're making to stay healthy are actually working with your body, not against it. 3. Calcium. Calcium is one of the most talked about minerals when it comes to keeping bones strong. Many seniors take calcium supplements because they've heard it helps prevent fractures and keeps their legs steady. But here's something you might not know. Taking calcium supplements the wrong way can actually weaken your legs instead of strengthening them. Calcium doesn't just magically travel to your bones once you take it. It needs some important helpers, vitamin D, vitamin K2, and magnesium, to guide it to the right places. Without those helpers, calcium can end up in places it shouldn't be, like your arteries, muscles, or joints. When that happens, your legs might feel stiff, cramped, or painful, and your circulation can get worse. That's not what anyone wants. Research has shown that calcium supplements taken alone, especially in high doses, can increase the risk of heart problems and don't always reduce fractures as well as people hope. In fact, one big study found that older adults who took lots of calcium pills didn't have fewer broken bones, and some even experienced muscle weakness and trouble moving around. So what's the best way to get calcium? It's through food. Calcium from natural foods is absorbed slowly and naturally with other nutrients that help your body use it properly. Foods like dark leafy greens, think kale or bok choy, sesame seeds, sardines, yes, the ones with tiny bones, almonds, and tofu give you calcium in a way your body understands and can use safely. The bottom line? Unless your doctor specifically recommends calcium supplements along with the right balance of vitamin D, vitamin K2, and magnesium, it's safer to get your calcium from food. This way, you avoid the risk of calcium building up in the wrong places. Protect your leg strength and keep moving with confidence for years to come. 4. Vitamin E. Vitamin E is famous for being a powerful antioxidant and for helping protect your heart. That's why many people, especially seniors, often take vitamin E supplements hoping to stay healthy and strong. But here's something very important that many don't realize. Taking too much vitamin E, or the wrong kind, can slowly weaken your leg muscles and make you feel more tired. Most cheap supplements and multivitamins use a synthetic form of vitamin E called DL-alpha tocopherol. This version isn't processed by the body the same way as the natural form, and studies show that high doses of this synthetic vitamin E can cause muscle weakness, fatigue, and problems with nerve and muscle control, especially for older adults. Even the natural form of vitamin E, called D-alpha tocopherol, can cause trouble if you take too much. Like vitamin A, vitamin E is fat soluble, which means it stays in your body for a long time and builds up if you consume too much. When there's too much vitamin E, it can interfere with vitamin K, which is important for blood clotting. This can lead to your blood thinning too much and cause issues with muscle and nerve health. Research tells us that taking more than 400 international units, IU, of vitamin E a day, whether synthetic or natural, might increase the risk of overall health problems and make your muscles perform worse, especially if you're older. So what's the right amount? Experts recommend about 15 milligrams or roughly 22.4 international units daily for adults. This total includes all vitamin E you get from both your food and any supplements. The best way to get vitamin E is through whole foods that contain a special, powerful form called tocotrienols. These are found in foods like red palm oil, rice, bran oil, annatto, nuts, and seeds. Tocotrienols give you antioxidant benefits without the risks linked to too much tocopherol. If your diet already has plenty of healthy fats, nuts, seeds, and plant oils, you might not need any extra vitamin E supplements at all. But if you do decide to take supplements, choose one with mixed tocotrienols and keep your dose moderate and safe. Remember, the goal is to protect your health and your heart, not to slowly lose your muscle strength and the freedom to move. 5. Vitamin B6. Vitamin B6 is super important. It helps your body use protein, keep your brain working well, and helps make the chemicals that let your nerves and brain talk to each other. Basically, it helps you feel good and think clearly. But here's the surprise: even though B6 is good for you, taking too much of it, especially from pills, can actually hurt your legs. A lot of people don't know this. That's why we're talking about it today. Let's be clear. Vitamin B6 by itself is not bad. Your body needs it to keep your nerves healthy, make red blood cells, and help your brain work properly. But the problem comes when people take too much, way more than their body needs. For adults over 50, the body only needs about 1.5 to 1.7 milligrams of B6 every day. That's a tiny amount. But if you go to a store, you'll see vitamin B6 pills with 50, 100, even 500 milligrams. That's way too much. Even though B6 is a water-soluble vitamin, which means your body can get rid of extra P. If you take too much every day, it can still build up in your body and cause toxicity. That means it becomes poisonous. What kind of problems does that cause? At first, you might feel tingling, numbness, burning, or a pins and needles feeling in your feet and legs. If you don't stop, it could turn into muscle weakness, trouble walking, and feeling unsteady. You might even have a hard time going upstairs or staying balanced. One study found that people who took too much B6 for a long time ended up with something called sensory neuropathy. That's when the nerves in your legs don't work properly anymore. What's worse, even if they stopped taking the vitamin, the damage didn't always go away. Many people take energy or mood supplements or multivitamins with lots of B6, thinking it's safe, but if you're not careful, you could be getting way too much without realizing it. The best way to get vitamin B6 is from real food like bananas, chickpeas, salmon, and potatoes. If you really do need a supplement, stick to something in the 10 to 20 milligram range, unless your doctor tells you otherwise. Another big warning: if you're taking vitamin B9, also called folic acid or folate, make sure you're also getting enough vitamin B12. Why? Because B9 can hide the signs that you don't have enough B12. And a B12 deficiency can also cause nerve damage, leg weakness, and balance problems. If you're over 60, your body may not absorb B12 as well. That's why it's best to get B12 in a form your body can use more easily, like methylcobalamin or adenosylcobalamin. Be careful with supplements. Don't take more than your body needs. Read labels, talk to your doctor, and try to get most of your nutrients from real food. Your legs help you stay independent, active, and full of life. Take care of them every day. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more tips to help you stay healthy and strong. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.